And no more tears. Oh, he's such a royal pain in the butt. Arnie, I slept with him. And he died. What?
Oh, no, Rose.
And the sheriff, I told him about me, how I kill men. And he didn't believe me. He said, let's see, sleep with me. So I did. And the sheriff died. Arnie's fine. We had a wonderful time. Everything's terrific. I was only joking.
What?
It was a joke.
A joke? That's a terrible joke.
Awful.
You can't joke about a thing like that.
God, Rose. I'm sorry.
I believed her.
I was set to go to her hanging.
Some joke.
I thought it was funny.
Stop wasting the taxpayers' money. Yank out that tree and start pouring cement.
Mrs. Claxton, think about what you're doing. That beautiful old tree is 200 years old. How can you hate a living thing?
I hate you.
That's it. I have had all I'm going to take from you. Now, if you don't have the common decency to treat people like human beings, well, then I'm sure as hell not going to waste my time kissing your fanny. Now, if you don't like it, Mrs. Claxton, you just sit there and shut up while we have our say. And if you don't like it, just drop dead. Go on, Dorothy.
Here, Rose, Dorothy, here, smell me.
I only do that with the milk, Blanche. You know the rules.
This is the last drop of that perfume Big Daddy gave me on my 21st birthday. I want to see if it still has its fragrance. After all, that was 20 years ago.
Blanche, if your 21st birthday was 20 years ago, you'd only be 41.
That's right.
You look terrible for your age. Take him out to the lanai. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Auntie Dorothy, lighten up. Fernando and I are meant to part company. I'll just have to accept that. Time to time, life deals you an unfriendly hand. There's nothing you can do about it. I guess there's a lesson to be learned here. Sometimes life just isn't fair, kiddo.
Salesman from men's sportswear walks clear across the store into ladies' petite and says, excuse me, miss, but I notice you've been having a hard time deciding between the turquoise strapless and the flaming red backless. Well, personally, I would like to see you in the backless. And I said, when? And he said, how about Saturday night? And I said, how about in your dreams, sleazo? Can you believe the nerve of that guy?
What were you doing in ladies' petite?
Which proves my first impression of you was right.
Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not, if it makes Dorothy happy? Come on, let's go to the movies. Rose, what was your first impression of me?
I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut. I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup.
The point is, Rose, you do this kind of stupid thing all the time. And if you're not doing something stupid, you're saying something stupid, or wearing something stupid, or cooking something stupid.
Rose, what do you think of Blanche saying these things?
I think she's a girl knocking.
Well, what exactly does that mean?
Literally, it's the precise moment when dog do turns white. But in general, it refers to the kind of person you don't want to share your Hoogen goggles with.
Rose, if you say one more of those stupid words, so help me out your tubenburbles.
That man has such a big mouth. Which reminds me, I ought to go give him a call. Oh, gosh, she's really a character. She's also a cheap slut. Do you know what I hate doing most after a party?
Trying to find your underwear in the big pile?
You know, you really have to give Max and Sophia credit. This business was their dream, and they're going after it. I just wish I'd done that with my dream.
Fine. Honey, would you check on the pizzas? One may be ready.
Well, why don't you want to hear about my dream?
Because it is always the same thing with you, Blanche. Sex, sex, sex. I'm tired of hearing it.
Maybe that's because you're not getting any, Dorothy. Hi, girls. What time does Clayton get here?
Oh, any minute now.
Oh, we better put out the welcome mat.
We don't have a welcome mat.
What about the one Dorothy says is at the foot of your bed?
It's just so hard to tell Blanche the truth.
Clayton, you're selling your sister short. Now, at times, Blanche can be very understanding and compassionate and forgiving.
Get away from my baby brother, you cradle-snatching, empty-headed, two-faced dummy.
And then at other times, she can be a real bitch.
Rose, honey, there's something I have to say to you. It's just two little words, but they are the hardest two little words in all the whole world for me to say.
Not tonight.
Oh, hi, Rose. The ceiling in your room leaking too?
No, Dorothy, I just finished milking the cow I keep in my closet. Gee, with only 3 hours sleep, I can be as bitchy as you.
I'll never forget what you've done for me.
It's all over.
We know. We heard.
Now, honey, don't you be depressed. What you did was wonderful. And it's all because you're such a kind and sensitive and caring person. You gave him back his manhood.
If he can find it, he can have it. He's probably the worst lover I've ever had.
I'll get the ice cream.
I'll get the cheesecake.
Holly.
Rose, I don't need a lecture. It's over.
No, it's not.
I'll leave in the morning. Obviously, I won't be coming back.
So that's where it ends? Well, that's neat, isn't it? You walk in here, borrow my friends for a while, and start acting like a stupid jerk and waltz right out as if nothing ever happened.
Do you want an apology?
I want an explanation. Holly, I can't figure you out. You're smart, you've got a career, you're attractive. Why do you always have to act like such a jackass?
Maybe I just never learned to be the great person my big sister was.
Oh, Holly.
It's true, Rose. You always had the friends. I didn't. You had boyfriends, girlfriends. You were friends with every animal on the farm. I never learned how to make friends.
You never learned how to keep friends. You never thought of anybody but yourself. It's about time you stopped looking around for other people to blame. This is your problem. Oh, I always used to feel so guilty for not getting along with you. But that's over. Just because we're sisters doesn't mean we have to be friends. I'd like to be someday, but you're going to have to make the first move. Goodbye, Holly.
You know, Jackie, I think you and I are going to get along just fine. Well, just let let me freshen my makeup. Girls, why don't you come with me and I'll show you how I transform myself into a fresh-faced, innocent young thing.
Could you skip the innocent part, Blanche? The show starts in 2 hours.
Thing today. I don't look right in American clothes. I have a more European body.
Oh, in Europe, do they all have big butts, too?
I thought I heard a man's voice. Oh, it's you, Stan.
I'm so happy you're all here. I have just had an incredible experience that I wanted to share with my dearest friends.
So what are you doing here? Good morning, Blanche. Rose opened your letter. Blanche, I didn't.
Oh, it's no problem, honey. It's just another one of those letters from Meryl. I would read it to you anyway. They're not personal.
Not personal. The man said he wants to lie naked with you on a beach.
Well, sure, and I wrote him I want to make passionate love to him in a hammock, suspended between 2 magnolia trees. You know, that couldn't possibly happen.
Well, maybe if you lose a few pounds. I work for a consumer protection show. We've been warning people about this for months. Once these scamsters have your money in an envelope, they make a switch and you wind up with worthless paper. They prey on the old and the gullible.
Are you calling me gullible?
No? Ever since I've been a candy striper, I've been giving all my patients the traditional St. Olaf fun pack. Each one has a pack of gum, a bar of soap, and sock puppets. I like to pretend one of them's you and one of them's Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. How you feel? Oh, woe is me. I can't get a date. Nobody asks me out. Woe is me. Woe.
You truly are a considerate, compassionate, understanding woman. Lovely woman. Delicate, innocent, enchanting. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Stand back. I'm not afraid to use this.
Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, darn you. I believed you. I even apologized to you.
Rose, I forgot myself. It will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't happen again. Not to me or to anybody else. I'm reporting you to the state dental board.
Rose.
And there's just one more thing before I go.
What?
Dance. I mean, she's constantly talking to me all day long. And she never listens to me. Do you know what it's like to be totally ignored?
So how was your day, Rose?
The truth is, she's a sweet girl looking for a friend. And we do have a common bond. She used to be a newscaster, now she's just an assistant like me. So there's this cognitive dissonance between her actual and her ideal self, which causes her to be practically dysfunctional. But of course, I'm no psychologist.
No, you're a nitwit. How come you know those words?
Blanche, come on, it's not nice calling her a nitwit, but since the cat's out of the bag, how do you know those words?
I guess it's from reading the American Journal of Abnormal Psychology. It's published in St. Olaf, you know. In fact, my Uncle Gunter used to be the editor.
And what were you, the centerfold? I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe you have ever read a scientific journal.
Believe what you want, see if I care. Hypersexual bitch. On with the award. Oh, God, this is it.
Good luck,
Break a
honey.
leg.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
The winner of this year's Volunteer Vanguard Award is Rose.
Yes!
Hand me that glass of water, please. Wow, what a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in history, we have a posthumous winner, Agnes Bradshaw.
awards next year.
Well, I've made a decision. I'm going to throw myself into charity. I'm going to spend all my free time making other people's lives better. I lost sight of the real goal. It isn't about fancy banquets. It isn't about getting your name in the paper. It isn't about winning the award next year.
Oh, now, that's the spirit.
It's about getting that dead woman's name off of this one. Welcome, Dorothy.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
So, can you tell me what it... Oh, so tell me, Dorothy, what's it like being a substitute teacher?
Look, Rose, honey, excuse me, but I think you should take another tack. I mean, I'm not saying that my job is boring.
Say it, Dorothy, say it.
No, I just feel you should ask more probing questions.
Okie dokie, let's see. Isn't it a fact that you have a drawer full of retirement home brochures and you're just waiting for the first sign of dribble on your mother's chin to lock it away forever?
She's kidding.
Your sock drawer, Dorothy, you don't know. The one you know who can't reach?
I knew you were keeping pictures there, but I had no idea. You disgust me.
Look, I don't have to stand for
Nail
that.
her, Rose. Nail her. Remember, a good reporter always gets a story no matter what.
That sock drawer is my business. Look, those times that Mom makes me crazy, I go into my room and have some pretend time, okay?
This is Rose Nyland signing off in a sad, sad situation.
Rose, you're off the hook. Don just made a quick 5-minute inspection, and guess what? The permit's only $40. You were right about telling the truth.
Oh, well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's citizenship. That and guessing the weight of brood sows.
Shut up.
135. You're special because you're a kind, decent, loving individual with a wonderful heart and a beauty that comes from your soul.
That's that Minnesota crap again about the meaning of life.
Well, Blanche, what else is there besides love and kindness?
How about fame and fortune?
Well, that doesn't bring happiness.
Like hell it doesn't.
You know, I'm getting sick of you knocking Minnesota. Maybe we're not as sophisticated as Miami. Maybe we don't have French boutiques and valet parking and facelifts for Christmas vacation. But we have friends and family and a sense of community and caring, and that's pretty special. And our people are special, too. And if we have farms, that's great. Without farms, you couldn't eat. And without eating, you wouldn't be able to go on a diet. And if you couldn't do that, what will you do for the rest of your life? Was I harsh?